Let's talk silent letters. So I teach these just like I would any other digraph. I explain that the letters W and R can represent their own sounds, but when they're right next to each other in this order, they together make the sound Looking at the history of the digraph WR can be really helpful. Long ago, it wasn't a digraph. Each letter, W and R, each represented their own sound, so it was more like a consonant blend. Many of the words that use WR also have a meaning attached to them, twisting or turning. So let's go through these words and look at how they could be related to twisting and turning. When you write, you're twisting or turning a writing utensil in order to form the letters. When you wrap, you're certainly twisting and turning that paper in order to wrap the gift. The word wrong comes from the Old English word that was spelled W-R-A-N-G, and it meant literally twisted or crooked. But over time, that meaning has changed a little. It's not so much the literal twisting or crookedness. But look at it this way. When something is wrong, it is twisted or bent away from what is right or expected. When you wring out something, you're twisting or bending it to usually get the moisture out of something. The wrist is the joint where we can bend and twist our arm. When you use a wrench, you're usually twisting or bending whatever the object is that you're trying to get loose. If it's a really bad wreck, then the car or a van will get twisted or bent out of its normal shape. Okay, Ren, I don't think Ren is twisted or bent in any way. I think that's one of the ones that doesn't have that meaning. To make a wreath, you need to twist or bend whatever it is you're using to make that decorative item. Wry is kind of tricky, but if you think about when someone has a wry smile, I think of it as like a tricky or a twisted smile, right? Because it's almost like they have like a secret in their little wry smile. When you wrestle, both people are twisting and turning their bodies to try to beat the opponent. And then wrinkle, sadly, there's lots of twists and turns and wrinkles. Okay, so the point of all this is just to show there aren't a whole lot of words that use WR. So we can help our students by telling them that, well, if you're writing a word and it starts with that sound, and you could think of it as having that twisting or turning, it could be spelled WR. On the other hand, when we go through all these and we make the effort as a class to try to figure out how these words relate to twisting and turning, that's pretty memorable. So they might just remember the small handful of words that use WR because of doing this activity. So either way, it's worth doing, and you practice decoding, you practice spelling, and overall, I think it's a really helpful trick.